A sound wakes you. Not loud. Just enough. A floorboard settling. A distant noise outside. You open your eyes. The room is completely still. The clock beside your bed reads 3:07 a.m. For a moment, you stare into the darkness. And then it begins. Thoughts, memories, questions, problems that seemed manageable yesterday suddenly feel much larger. It's a strangely familiar experience. Millions of people wake up at this hour and wonder the same thing. Why 3 a.m.? Why does the mind seem so awake when the rest of the world is asleep? Most people assume something is wrong. Stress, anxiety, poor sleep. But history tells a much stranger story. Because for most of human history, waking up in the middle of the night was completely normal. Long before electricity, people often slept in two separate phases. Historical records describe a first sleep and a second sleep. Between them, people would naturally wake for an hour or more. They prayed, reflected, tended fires, or simply sat alone with their thoughts. The middle of the night wasn't considered an interruption. It was part of life. And perhaps that's because our ancestors evolved in a very different world. For hundreds of thousands of years, humans slept beneath the stars, surrounded by uncertainty. Darkness wasn't empty. It was alive. Predators moved through it. Strange sounds emerged from it. Danger could appear without warning. The sleeping brain learned to remain alert, even while resting. Even today, modern neuroscience shows that parts of the brain continue monitoring the environment throughout the night. In a sense, the mind never fully abandons its watch. But there's another reason why 3 a.m. feels so different. At this hour, body temperature is near its lowest point. Energy is reduced. The brain is moving through some of its deepest nighttime processes. The result is an unusual state of consciousness. You're awake, but not quite in the same way you are during the day. Thoughts feel heavier. Worries seem larger. Not because reality has changed, but because the brain evaluating reality has changed. Throughout history, people noticed this feeling. Many cultures called it the witching hour, the hour when reality seems different. Not because something supernatural is happening, but because human consciousness behaves differently in darkness. The night removes distractions. It strips away noise. And in that silence, deeper questions emerge. Who am I becoming? What am I afraid of? Am I living the life I truly want? Today, we often see these awakenings as a problem to fix. But perhaps they are also something older. An echo from a time before cities, before electricity, before modern life. A reminder that the human mind was shaped in darkness long before it learned to live in light. And maybe that's why, thousands of years later, a very ancient part of us is still listening to the night.